Hold on a second. I'm trying to see if something is wrong with me. I was looking at my hair. This is a big fucking. This is a big freaking mess, man. You know. And I mean, you look. If you look close enough, you can tell like from like this part. I put like some hair dye in there, but I didn't put enough. But it's just really like all over the place. But when I put that stuff in there, it make my hair like real. We gonna get it something done with it though. As long as we keep growing it, we good, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But it's looking pretty rough, bruh. It's gonna look rough, you know, until it look good. Lil Durk, M's stacking, Hitman unalive for clout. You know. But hit the like button. Goal on this live is 10 likes. But I be getting too loose sometimes on here, bro. Cause if YouTube get to like thinking like I'm up to no good, like I'm making trouble in the neighborhood, like Will Smith, they'll start like playing with me, bro. But you know what I'm saying? What's up, man? Let's hang out and talk about boxing, whatever we gonna talk about. I'm just looking at my hair, bro. It kind of looked worse when I'm like, before I put the stuff in this. But he got a lot of grays. Y'all trying to say like, oh, y'all definitely can hit the like button. All 39 of y'all that came in, that they done recommended my live to, hit the like button before you leave. You go from like 2 to 39 to 22. Like I swear, was they throw like 39 bots in here? You know, you get one like. But yo, before we get into the content, we ain't even got no content. That's why I didn't title this live. I'm kind of like trying to stop using them streaming apps and just do YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to before I discovered those apps. If it work, it work. If it don't, it don't. But I'd rather like build a YouTube channel than like be a streamer, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, what up, Kulo? Oh man, how I been? Has it been a while since I've been on here? I think I'll be on here every day. I'm good. I'm fat, man. Shakur needs to be fighting Foster. He said he would. They say a lot of stuff that we ain't gonna do. You know what I'm saying? That we won't do. Shakur was in his feelings. Shakur was in his feelings, bro. Like his little homie, his little bro just got like beat up. And it wasn't even close. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like, it's kind of bad, bro. You know, like that fight right there, it make me realize like why these black, let me turn 7-8. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Salute to the General 78 Sports TV. Let me turn this girl down. Look. She's really showing her stuff. She looking good right there. I gotta take a screenshot, bro. Like you can see in between her legs, but she looks so cute with what she got on and her little. I'm a. Even though I gotta do that right there. She Just a good girl, bro. Like, oh, excuse me, bro. LDBC. Okay. Yeah, let me see where you hide this at. There you go. Okay, hide that. Okay. All right. Because I don't like, you know, that type of content in my camera roll. You know what I'm saying? When I be looking through something and y'all looking, y'all be like, man, what is this? But yeah, salute to the mighty LDBC, salute to the General 78 Sports TV, salute to the chat, salute to Oshaki Foster for pulling off the victory, and I guess salute to Ray Ford for taking the fight. He was a mandatory, right? So he's a mandatory, and it was like it's a big fight. So it behooves of him to take it. I mean, I don't know if he really thought that he could win. I'm sure he believes in himself, but like I said, I see why I've been a bit busy lately, but nonetheless, I'm back. You busy? What the hell you busy with? You ain't got nothing going on in your life, you know. But like I said, man, that loss right there with Ray Ford, it looked bad, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, bro. I started to like, you know, I started to post that, bro. The 100 subs. But what I'm about to say is like I see why people like these black fighters they rather like lose to Mexican fighters, you know, because with Ray Ford losing to Oshaki like in that rivalry where like both of their camps been arguing back and forth, like if it, it's like bad blood, it just looks so much worse, bro. Even if it was bad blood in the camps between a black fighter fighting a Mexican fighter, if you just lose to the Mexicans, I mean, that's just them. You took a loss, but it's not really that bad. As bad as like if you lose to one of your peers, man. You think Tapura versus Garcia will happen? Who is Tapura? I don't even know who that is. But thanks for the 100 sub. Congrats. Yeah, like I started to post that like make a post. Like we had 100. I know who Ryan Garcia is. Oh, yeah, I don't know who that is. Ilia Topuria. He's like never been discussed as a possible Ryan Garcia opponent until now. But like I heard that the Ryan Garcia versus Conor Ben fight is happening. So, but whoever that guy is, he said is a UFC champ. Him and Garcia have been beefing on Twitter. No, that'll never happen. They'll never fight. I mean, if they do fight, they'll just set up something at the gym or, like, and just record it. Maybe spar or something, but they'll never fight in the ring. Ryan Garcia isn't a pay-per-view attraction on his own. He's a big attraction, but, like, he's not a big enough star to do that, Jake Paul big enough stars to do exhibitions with UFC fighters, and it'll be a big fight. Even Tank might be able to pull it off. But Ryan Garcia, nah. You said maybe an exhibition? Nah, it won't even be an exhibition. There's never gonna be like no legitimate fight. Like, how many big names that Ryan Garcia can fight, bro? It won't even be an exhibition. Like me, they say that he got to fight with Conor Ben. He might win that. He might not. I don't know. I think like Ryan Garcia is a better boxer, but like Conor Ben is kind of like tougher. He's more of a dog to me. So I don't even know if he's gonna win that fight. You know. So, but even if he do win, I mean, he still got like potential fights with Teofimo Lopez that he can make. He got a fight with Devin Haney he can make. He can make the Rolly rematch. He can think of consider fighting Shakur Stevenson. I mean, even if he wanted to, he could move up to 154 and challenge Boots for the title. You know, like all of these different options would. I mean, he could even negotiate with Eddie Hearn to fight the Lewis Crocker dude, the white dude that got the IBF at 147. They can make that fight. You know, uh, there's a lot of big fights that Ryan Garcia could make. Like for him to be fighting some UFC fighter who's maybe not even a big attraction on his own either. Ain't gonna never happen. I'm just being realistic. Support the African American black fighter. Look at Kulo keeping KOD name alive. Uh, yeah, yeah. Support the American, the African American black fighter. That's funny. You do be saying some of his phrases though. You'll be saying some of his phrases, man. And he was saying a lot of the same stuff too, over and over. He'll just pop up and be like, "I am listening." You know, support the African American black fighter. What else he'll say? Uh, yeah. What else you know all of his? We have diplomatic immunity too. He's as famous as Garcia is, basically. Oh yeah. Um. Well, I mean, in that case, then it's possible, man. But like Ryan Garcia still like has yet to be proven that he's a big attraction on his own, you know, without Gervonta Davis. You know what I'm saying? And like, will Turkey pay for Ryan Garcia to fight like a popular guy in the UFC? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. Like, and Golden Boy, Oscar gonna want like, you know, Ryan Garcia is Oscar De La Hoya's number one 304 HOE. You know what I'm saying? And it's too much money for Ryan Garcia to be getting made with these other fighters in boxing to be going off and doing something like that. You know? I don't know. I doubt it. Can you say I'm from Albania? I just said it. But I don't think an MMA boxer would last with an actual boxer, even if you're the best boxer in the UFC, like Tapuria is basically. Well, you can't say that because like Usyk just fought like some kickboxer, and he got outboxed all the way into the end. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, regardless of the stoppage and what the judges officially had it, I mean, we know what we saw. And even like then, I mean, the dude put up a hell of a fight, you know, and he was 1-0 going into that fight, and he was more of a kickboxer. And you know, he gave Usyk all that he could handle to peers in the UFC. Yeah, no, he's saying like a possible, would that ever happen? Like a, you know, UFC. If he would ever, he could always come to the boxing, you know, fight him in boxing. But a lot of those UFC fighters under contract, like with the UFC, you know, so they can't really do nothing, man. You know, I remember when Dana White used to like have to like check these dudes, be like, man, you know, they want to make this fight with this fighter. A boxer want to fight this MMA fighter. He's like, Conor McGregor's under contract with the UFC, you know, and da da da. And I'm sure that's the same goes with all of them other dudes. But yeah, man. Rest in peace to KOD testimonies. We got to throw that in when we say salute to the LDBC. You know, uh, then we say like salute to the Journal 78 Sports TV. We really need to say rest in peace before salute to the Journal 78 because KOD is giving us like 5 figures. You know, 7-8 ain't never gave us nothing but a bunch of sneak disses. Inspiration though, hope, motivation, even advice at times. You know, UFC White House in 2 weeks. I'm so hyped. Yeah, I don't watch UFC no more, man. I feel like if I'm paying attention to UFC, I'm not really paying attention to like what I really care about. Like, just say if I was to, I mean, if UFC come on Saturday night, it's a big pay per view, big fight card. That means that I'm not paying attention to what's going on in boxing that night, or I'm trying to be back and forth, or I could have been watching like an interview. Like I could have been studying this fighter. I could have been expanding my boxing knowledge, which is what I care about, boxers and boxing. But I just want to see some people like roll around in a cage. So now I'm gonna just give it up, and I'm gonna miss it. Yeah. What up, Basha? Oh, now you saying hi to me like you know what I'm saying after you was already here, cuz. See now you know what I'm saying. Now you playing with me, cuz. What's the APR on your mortgage? Fuber duper. I don't got no mortgage. Why do I gotta be a homeowner? I'm not homeless. It hit different when you trying to troll somebody like that's not like y'all find a reason to say something bad about everything, bro. Say something negative about everything. To learn some moves for MMA so I can use them in competition and stuff. Yeah, I used to watch some. I learned some stuff from watching UFC too. I can like kick pretty high. I know like all of the kicks. Roundhouse, front face kick. Like I can kick you in your head, like with accuracy. Like if I just aimed at it and just wanted to do it, like I know the distance and stuff like that. But that's and I know how to do some other stuff too. But it's about getting to the point where my body is starting to like, you know, I own 3 properties, all paid in full. Yeah, whatever, dude. That's easy for you to say. You never show your damn face or not any of your properties. So shut up. I don't care what you said claim you got. You know what I'm saying? I got 5 properties too, all paid in full. Shut your dumb ass up. Ain't nobody asked you. Been coming around 10 years, hiding your identity. You know what I'm saying? What up, Kings of Safari? Hiding your identity, talking about what you own. F out of here. You better want to hear that. And nobody asks you. Show it. And I'll be impressed. But don't tell it to me on the comments. Try to impress us. Fuck what you got. We ain't talking about you. You know what I'm saying? Add me on Facebook. I think you do got me on Facebook. Let's see it. Can I see it? When KOD was going to buy a house with a pool. Yeah, I remember he was saying that. Uh, you got any new games? Nah. No, I only got these 4. I still ain't even played Battlefield 6. I just now beat Black Ops 7. You know what I'm saying? And then I just started my career on Undisputed. But I was this close to putting in Battlefield 6. But yeah, I remember when KOD was about to talk about he was finna buy a $900,000 house. Like, I wonder what was making him lie like that. You know, like he was lying at other times too. But like, why would you lie about that? I mean, I wonder like if he was further gone mentally than we thought. But he was slurring his words a lot, like towards the end. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was listening to those songs he was making, like, what is this, man? Like, do he even know what he's talking about? Not even just him making mistakes, but just his tone. Like, it's really kind of like You need captions to understand it, man. The hotel was 100 a night. Was it? It seemed like it'd be more than that. Hotel, he stayed in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? And I remember like in LA, the cheapest in LA, the cheapest hotel was like $83. You know what I'm saying? And that was like in a real dangerous area, man. Dangerous as hell, you know? And like, yeah. But that hotel that he was at looked pretty nice, man. So yeah. I figured he was paying more. Called the reception office, it said 100 plus tax per night. How you know what hotel he was sleeping at? He was living at. Cause I was trying to figure out where he was at too. I was trying to figure out where he was at, like by looking at like trying to see if I could see the key card for the door, the menu, like for the food, like any cards. Sometimes they have like a little paper saying like the rules or maybe how to use the phone. Harlem City, Texas. That don't matter. That's just a city, bro. There's a lot of hotels in that city. He wasn't even in like Harlem City. I mean, was he there? He was in like the Dallas area, basic, basically. You making shit up. Harlem City ain't a hotel. That's a city. Like I said, what hotel? How did you know what hotel he was in? There's not just one hotel that's there. But he would cam up outside the hotel catching Uber. I saw the exact location. Yeah, you was paying attention, huh? Damn. This motherfucker caught that shit and then like called the hotel too. I knew where he worked at though. Cause the Uber driver repeated it out loud at one point, you know, and like he confirmed it. I think it was the Carlson Medical Center. I forgot now, but like 4646 Josie Way or something like that. You know? But rest in peace to KOD, man. I miss him. You know. I mean we all gotta go though. You know. You never know when we gonna go. Shit. I could go tomorrow, next week, next year. Or it could be years from now, you know, any of us. Cause like I said, man, that cardiac arrest is like a bullet to the head. You feel me? He is listening. Yeah, just think about that, bro. Before we get back to like boxing, y'all, you know, whatever we talking about. But think about that. Like having a heart attack, a cardiac arrest, or even a stroke. You know, it's kind of like getting shot in the head. Like something happening to your body so extreme and severe, like that your body can't even handle it no more, man. You know what I'm saying? Your body's very good at regenerating. You know what I'm saying? You think like how many beers you drink and liquor bottles you drink your whole life, like, and your body's able to shake it off. You feel me? You could slice your arm wide open. You could have your whole guts hanging out. They can put them back in and stitch it up, and you will still live. But you have a cardiac arrest. You got me laughing now, man. You have a cardiac arrest. Your ass go from being perfectly fine to like being completely dead. Your whole body is dead because you had a cardiac arrest. Like, yo, your heart couldn't like make up for your brain. You know what I'm saying? Your brain couldn't make up for your heart. You know, like your kidneys or your liver couldn't give it a shot and wake it up. You know what I'm saying? Something like they be working together, bro. It's a team. they teamwork make the dream work. And like all systems failed you. All system failed you. Like that's like, man, that's like your whole job, the whole business getting shut down. You know what I'm saying? Because of one bad worker or some crazy event. It's a shootout up in your shit. It was a shootout up in his body, bro. It's a shootout up in his body, man. And it was so bad that the fucking business had to get shut down. That's crazy, bro. I mean, we laughing. You know, you laughing. I'm laughing, but hey, that could happen to either one of us, bro. At any time. You think you're gonna get a warning like all the time? You might not get no warning at all. Man, it might be a shootout inside of your body, man. And like it just shut your shit down. Yeah, cause I be worried about like somebody walking up to me, like I mean, even if they try to rob me and then they just shoot me and kill me, you know what I'm saying? You could die like that. You won't even know you dead. But like that bullet to come find you, that cardiac arrest. You know what I'm saying? That cardiac arrest, something serious. I was never scared of a cardiac arrest my whole life until now. Man, damn. That nigga was good, man. Going to work. Like, you expect me to have a cardiac arrest or something. I mean, even though I'm younger, though. So maybe not, but he was working all day, every day. He was functional. Like, he worked and paid for his hotel. You know? Quit drinking like 2 years before he died. Man. And it still couldn't fuck with that cardiac arrest. Man. Yeah, that's wild, man. I know somebody like he about to die in like he said he had like 6 days to live yesterday from drinking. He said his liver and his kidneys failing. And he's still drinking. He drink like a liter of Shveska vodka every day. He had drank like a liter and he was smoking crack yesterday. I guess that's the way he dealing with it. The doctor told him he got 7 days to live and he just kept drinking and he's smoking crack. He in his backyard smoking crack too, like yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was throwing up blood and shitting blood like 2 or 3 days ago. You know? Like he said it was a lot. You know, it was a lot and he thought he was gonna die right then and there. He called an ambulance, but then told him to turn around and he didn't want to go. And I guess he went the next day. But they told him he had 7 days to live. He said he been drinking a liter to a liter and a half of liquor every day for years. He knew this was coming. He just didn't know it was coming like this soon. It's like a month ago, we knew that like it was possible that it could happen, you know, but we didn't know like 7 days. No, he like 38. He looked like he 38. I don't know how this exact age, but yeah, he ain't older than me. I don't think so. I gotta ask him again though. But yeah, that boy's in the backyard. He like got one of those. I think it's a whole house, you know, like but in the backyard where it's got the picket fence, those wooden fence with the, you know what I'm saying, like that. But it's like wide open, like, and he just back there in a lawn chair, like with a little small table next to him, with the liquor next to on it and the crack, and he just smoking crack like right there, like in the open. He, you know how you try to like lock the doors, close the windows, and you smoking crack, but he know he about to die. So you know, like he just like fuck it, cause he showed it. Like he turned his camera. He normally keep his camera off, but he'll be talking. I know what he looked like, but he just be doing that. Some people do that, but he showed like his backyard and a bottle that he was drinking, and then he lit up some crack. Like he set the phone down, but you can see him doing something, and he said that's that good crack right there. You ain't got none of that shit. And And I didn't even know he smoked crack. You know, like he never brought it up to me before. You know, he was working too. You know, he had to leave. He had to leave work like 2 days ago because he shitted on himself. He accidentally shitted on himself, and then like later on that night, I guess he probably still he still be drinking. He told me, and then like later on that night, he starts shitting blood and throwing up blood and the blood coming out his nose, and he's still drinking. Man, you gotta respect that. That boy, like, man, he's standing on business. He's standing on business about that alcohol. I ain't standing on business. I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to die. You know, I've been drinking all of these years. Liquor, beer at the same time, all day. Ain't even ate yet. You know, mixing my drinks. Going hard. He going out like a champ. Yeah. The crack is the shit, sad but amazing. Crack is the shit. You know, I mean, I wish you could legally do it and I would definitely be enjoying myself, but I am not about to be trying to sneak around the universe and like try to sneak and hit some crack. You know what I'm saying? Risk getting locked up or somebody killing me for my crack. I think I'm good, but he's definitely going out like a champ. Whew. But yeah, like right in his backyard, like smoking crack, like in the sun and shit. You know, with the lawn chair. Like what the fuck? But just giving no fucks, man. Damn. You know, never drinking again, right? I shouldn't. I shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? But you know how that shit go, bro. I mean, once people start like doing better, feeling better, then they ready to like drink again. But I probably shouldn't, cause I think like my liver is kind of like advanced. You know what I'm saying? Where it might be good enough to live on, but I don't think it'll make a full recovery. If I got cirrhosis, it ain't gonna make a full recovery. I'm just like stopping the damage I'm doing to it by not drinking. Don't sneak around the universe for crack. Yeah, you gotta. That's what I'm saying. He wilding, sitting in the backyard, with some slippers on, like, like broad daylight, smoking crack in the middle of the day. But yeah, most of the time, yeah, you gotta go sneak to go buy it. Hey, let me get a 50. And then now you drive to them. That's cool, but now you gotta make this transaction. You feel me? So now you gotta hide it. Put it in somewhere on your body, hide it, and then. But you gotta get your utensils if you want to smoke it out of a pipe. And then now you gotta smoke it somewhere. You gotta close the windows, lock the door. You know, like make sure ain't nobody followed you here. And then you get high. Now you scared. You feel like, oh shit, damn, the police outside. Like now all of a sudden it feel like the police is watching and the feds is on you. That's a lot to go through, man. There's some determined individuals out there. I was a determined individual at one point in time in my life. Yeah. Hell yeah, the hassle and yeah. Police don't really like that smoking crack shit. And then trying to like, you run out of money and now you gotta find ways to make money so you can get it. Like start having trouble keeping up with your bills. Now you starting to owe the dope man because they gonna give you credit because you loyal, you faithful. You still gotta make sure like none of your family members like don't done told on you because they mad. They just say fuck you. You know. Hey, everybody gossip. Everybody like talk about everybody. That ain't just a girl thing. Like men do that too. everybody know everything, you know, and you still gotta try to sneak and do it. Okay, well if I do it real quick, then they won't catch me. Fuck that. I'm good. But yeah, old boy going out like a champ, man. That's cool. But yeah, man, couldn't be me, bro. I don't think that I would drink. He was kind of like trying to. He was snapping at me last night too, a little bit. Not really, but I guess he was saying I was supposed to show him more grace or whatever. I think he felt like I should have been like more sympathetic, you know, and like uh I don't know. He's about to die. He's like saying goodbye forever and all kind of weird shit. You know what I'm saying? He like, I'm leaving, and I'm thinking he leaving alive, and he said he leaving alive. I'm like, man, you ain't going nowhere. You just keep saying that, and you ain't left nowhere. He's like, I'm leaving the planet. I'm like, oh shit. But he was like arguing, snapping at me like, oh yeah, you're not giving me no grace or nothing, man. I thought you was my friend. I've been coming around for two years, and we've been hanging out. Like, it's like shit. It ain't nothing that I could tell you. You know, like it's it's the end. You know, I mean, it ain't nothing that I can say to stop this from happening. You know, I mean, maybe like before a month ago, yeah. You know, like I could say even 2 weeks ago. I think I said something about like not drinking. He just like, I deserve this. That's what he said. I deserve this, and I'm just gonna keep drinking, and I deserve to die. He was saying that when he didn't know that he was about to die. You know, like it's a big joke. You got liver damage, but you still hanging in there. But now that the doctors have said you got like 7 days, you about to die. Now it's like, uh, he don't really want to die. He's scared, saying all kind of weird shit. But it ain't nothing that I could tell you. Uh, you you know what I'm saying? You went out how you wanted to go out. You know, smoking crack and getting drunk. He probably never smoked crack before. I mean, he probably because that's. I remember I used to think that like, uh, if I'm ever about to die, like if I'm on my deathbed, then like I'm gonna smoke some crack. You know what I'm saying? Just to see what it's like. I remember thinking that like a lot of years ago. You know, but he just kept drinking. You know, that's crazy, bro. Like how life is like that, man. Cause even then, see, that's why I be saying like you don't even really know. You don't even know like let's see, you don't even know how long you got here on Earth. That nigga didn't that nigga didn't yeah, look, you never know how long you got left with like somebody. See, like from the time that he found out, I mean just say 2 weeks ago. Cause even just a few days ago, the doctor just told him you got 7 days to live. You see what I'm saying? But like rewind rewind a week ago, shit, knew that he had liver damage. He's still drinking every day. He's not throwing up. I think he did say he was throwing up every time now and then, but he just ignore it and just keep drinking. We might have 10 years or 10 days. Yeah. Or 10 minutes. Or 10 seconds. You know what I'm saying? But a week ago, we just still drinking and thinking everything is funny. Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this, and then like, you know, and now a few days ago, the doctor says that like you got 7 days to live. He might live like 2 weeks. He might live a whole another 2 months. But you know, like you go from not knowing nothing to now you got 7 days left to live. You see what I'm saying? Because you kept drinking. Like we can, and then what to say? Like he be dead in like 2 weeks or something. You know, can't live. They probably told him 7 days because his liver is completely out. You can only live like a couple days without a liver. You feel me? Liver and kidneys too. So yeah, but yeah, you go from not knowing nothing to now you'll be dead in 7 days. They probably didn't even give him like too much of a warning. I bet you like 6 months ago they didn't say you got 6 months to live. A year ago they didn't say you got a year to live. You know, they ain't even say you got 5 years to live. They ain't gonna say nothing. But you just keep doing what you're doing, trusting your doctors because he's going to doctor appointments. You know? Yeah, she quit. So she'll have her 11-month anniversary on June the 6th because she ain't drank since July the 6th last year. Ain't no telling how bad her liver was too, because like she's older too. She's 15 years older than me, drinking liquor and and all of this shit. You know, she wasn't really drinking too heavy like early in life though, but still, she still got more mileage on her body than like me. Well, she stopped. She don't do shit but smoke weed, and maybe like she'll get some of them gummies, them weed gummies or something. Um, yeah. What else? That's it. She don't even do the vapes like I do. But yeah, that's that shit is crazy, bro. And that's life for you. I never buy edibles now because they be too overwhelming. You always like, I always. Why we got a homeless dude sitting out there and they just letting this dude sit there, man? On the nice side of town, so they let white people do. I bet it was a black dude out there with them bags like that, man. Police would be out there so quick, man. But dude went from the corner to like over here. He moving in. He getting comfortable. He was on the corner of these busy streets at the smoke shop outside of the smoke shop for like 2 weeks. You know, just on the side of the road, like in the wide open. And now he's like over here in the back of the buildings. There's a parking lot in between my house and these buildings. And he all on his phone laughing and talking. I think it's even a plug over there. You know what I'm saying? Before he could charge his phone and sit next to the plug. Man, everybody come out. Like, where was he? Where was he in the winter when it was like 0 degrees outside? You had to be somewhere then. How did you end up over here when it's warm outside? You know what I'm saying? What is that about? I don't understand. I could never be homeless in Michigan because like it's too cold in the winter to be homeless. But I swear they disappear when it's like freezing outside. But then they find their way outside when it get nice out. Like, you know, they just like the leaves on the trees. They fall off they disappear in the winter when it's cold. And then when it's nice out, the leaves come back on the trees. The bums just come back out. Are in shelters during the winter. They venture out in the summer. Yeah. Our shelters make you get out. At like, you might check in at like 9 o'clock or something. You can check in at 9, 7. But you got to get out at like 5 in the morning. You can't just stay there all day, 24 hours. Unless it's like, it's something that you can pay for a room. You can pay like $400 to live in a shelter. I think you'll be in a shared room. But like the shelters where like it's bays, man, you gotta maybe even like a kitchen where they'll feed you some kind of meal. You gotta go out in the cold. It's snow everywhere. They probably waking you up at like 4:30. Like you gotta be up out of here at 5. Time to go. But yeah, this dude is over there too comfortable, man. Like laughing and talking on the phone though. Like I can see him, his face smiling like through the window. He's like expressing himself with his hands, fucking feet crossed like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude is like hella comfortable, bro. Like, if I did that, even if I did that, I bet you I wouldn't make it throughout the day. Like, if they didn't know I live right here, and I did that with like a duffel bag and a backpack, and I took my shirt off, and I just was sitting there on the concrete on my phone and laughing and talking, like, like doing this. He probably live out there. He probably on live. Even though it's yeah. Little Russell. Yeah, they got like I think they got a tent city here too. Cause this one girl like I think she's the sister of my mom's neighbor. Like she was homeless for like 2 or 3 years and she was living in a tent somewhere. And like she would have like I asked her how she'd stay warm and she said layers. So she would just have like multiple blankets that she would just be under. And I guess as long as you stay underneath those blankets, you'll be warm. But I couldn't do it. My wife just lost a toe from being frostbitten and like it getting infected. Can I show that on the live? I got a picture of it. Yeah. Shit. You know what I'm saying? She like big toe 1, 2, 3, and she got that one cut off. You know, it hit different when you running out. That pick is awful. It hit different. That foot stanky. And she been homeless for so many years, man. And she gone. She looked half decent, but she's gone, man. She running around on these streets like on Suboxone and Suboxone and meth, and she smoked crack. Probably when she get a chance, but she was high on Suboxone and meth, and she was so fucked up that she did this right here. She set that up, but like this right here, emergency treatment of opioid overdose. She set that up in the bus stop chair next to where we was sitting at before I got there. We just in case like she pass out and they can't wake her up. They got like the Naxalone. You know what I'm saying? The Naxalone so they can wake her up. I don't know why she was sitting over there in the bus stop like that. She said she was sleeping in the back of a building or something. But shit, she probably ain't trying not to get graped. Cause if you over there like passed out on Suboxone, like, and you not really responsive, and somebody might feel like they can, and you done hid in the back of the building, they might be able to like hold you down or maybe even sneak your clothes off of your body and hit it while you still sleep. You know what I'm saying? But even if they don't slide your clothes off of your body and hit it while you sleep, you start to wake up. Like you just doing this. Shut the fuck up. Don't say shit. Don't say shit. Don't fucking move. I swear to God. Hey, shit. I mean, you over there by yourself now. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, can't nobody see you and can't nobody hear you for real. If I fucking move, fucking say shit. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'll kill you right now. What you gonna do? What you gonna do if they come down on you like that with a knife? And you waking up like, oh, the fuck? The fuck? Who the fuck are you? Fuck up. Don't fucking move. And you a woman. You're taking off your clothes. Like, what you gonna do? Hey, you ready to die right here? I mean, even if I strangle you, if I start choking you, you can't even scream, even if you go make me kill you. Hit you one time, a couple times. You gonna be quiet and not move. Hey, it's real out here. That's why, like, women don't need to be allowing themselves to become homeless. I mean, I'm not saying I would do anything like that, but some men will. You know, you out there in the jungle, in the trenches, like passed out on drugs. Yeah, it's the way she laid that out. Like she knew that was a chance. And you know, I've talked to her for like 4 or 5 hours. Like I was like 2 hours. Then I left and got some food or something to drink. Brought her back Burger King and some juice. You know, and then I still talked to her for a couple hours. Then I left, and she said she was already there for 5 hours. Yeah, hell yeah, man. That shit happens, man. These girls is food out there, you know. But yeah, she said she was there for 5 hours at the bus stop. I got a picture of her too. You know. You know. I don't know. I don't know if I should show her though. She don't really look her best. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of embarrassing. She's feeling like really far in life and like she's been there like for a long time. You know what I'm saying? But and she stayed there after I left. I had to fix my scooter. And I was gone for like 4 hours. And then when I rolled back past, she was like had her head inside of her coat. There was a big old trench coat. But I guess she was asleep and all of her stuff was still on the seats in the bus at the bus stop. And then I had rode to my mom's house, dropped off her tools, and came back through this way. And she was still asleep with her head in her coat. But it was like other homeless people started like sitting in the other seats around her. No, she 10 years older than me, so she like 52. She probably be 53 this year. It's like I'll be 43 this year. Yeah. I think when we met, like, I was 23 and she was 32. Something like that. So it's been quite a while. You know, she done fell from grace. For sure. Yeah. Because that's like 2026 we in now. I met her in 2006. 2006. Yeah, 2006. You know? And so I was 22. And she was 50. She was 32. Yeah. Yeah. Keep her in your prayers. I don't pray. You know, but I said that quick, didn't I? Quick and dismissive. Yes, I'm gonna keep her in my prayers. Okay, that's what I'm supposed to say, even if I'm being fake, right? My bad. I'm just not gonna tell you I'm gonna do something, then I don't do it. You know, I'm just gonna being honest with you. But honestly felt like the homeless people that was starting to sit around her, that was surrounding her while she was passed out with her head in her coat, was probably like plotting on stealing something from her. You know, I just left her there, didn't interrupt it, just let nature take its course. You know, like it was a point in time where I would have like saved you from a fire, and now I just leave you for dead on the streets. You know, with all of the rest of the bums and the dangerous homeless people. And that's how that shit is, man. That's life for you, man. I'm surprised she didn't live so long. You know, she been on drugs like a long time, like a lot of drugs. She never really stopped. Like once I left her, even when we got married, you know, like it was after she was off of crack for like 2 or 3 years. But even during that time, she was still taking like pain pills. You know, like she had this doctor. He been barred from practice from now though. Be jacking each other's properties. Hell yeah. Cause you know she's over there passed out. She said she had meth on her. She got meth in that bag or somewhere in her possession, and she got needles in there and probably other stuff, lighters, chargers, phone, maybe even a power bank. That's just for starters for even a homeless person. Let alone if you got some cash or drugs, cigarettes, weed. You definitely gonna have something that you can sell. You gonna find something that you can sell from them. If their phone is unlocked, you can sell that for at least $10. You can sell their charger for $5. Oh shit! Hey, if you can get their shoes and their shoes ain't too dirty, that's a quick 10. You can at least get 10 for some shoes, like a size that like all people wear. I remember I got my boots stole one time. I had, I had, I had went to sleep in front of like this homeless shelter in LA, and I took my boots off because I had been walking a long time in them. And they'd be hurting because your feet get wet. You know. And then I woke up with no boots. I took them off and set them next to me, and they took my boots. Hey, look. 7A said Jake Paul must be stopped. But yeah, man, she been doing a lot of drugs for a long time, man. Yeah, being homeless and walking in boots and carrying bags and stuff. Yeah. I don't know if I would have been able to like survive like LA now in my current health. I'm being like way overweight and I'm older too now. I don't know if I'd be able to like be walking the streets with like a duffel bag and a backpack and carrying the duffel bag. Man, I don't know. I would have to just leave all of this stuff. You know, you wouldn't be making. Well, I might be able to. Yeah, because you get you a shopping cart, then you don't really gotta carry it. Hell no, I ain't got no warrants for no LA. Shit, I went back there and finished my probation. I never caught no other charges like after that. That's why I was in the program for a year. Even though like I did relapse 3 times and it's usually 3 strikes you out, but they let me slide, you know, because I was working and I was doing good. But no, I ain't got no warrants in LA. I'll never go back to LA though. You know, it's too dangerous and it's too overcrowded. That's a recipe for disaster. You know, it's like people just running the streets like everywhere, like ants there. You know what I'm saying? It's like ants. Everybody, it's always somebody that's like very close to you. And if you're not paying attention, like somebody could really get up on you if they was targeting you. Because if you're not paying attention, it's easy to be like looking at your phone or just watching, looking straight. But somebody all the way down the street, across the street, saw you through people because they knew you was wearing a red shirt, and so like they'll see you way before you see them. Like man, it's dangerous, bro. Did I ever visit East LA? Yeah, I used to work in East LA at Dark. My my boss was Eddie Mendoza. And that dude promoted me from like unloading containers, shipping containers, unloading them to inventory and a forklift driver. You know, yeah. It wasn't really raises, but it was definitely promotions because I went from being a grunt to like now I'm driving the forklift and everybody else doing the grunt work, and then I went for doing inventory and I'm walking around with a clipboard in the factory where they working hard and unloading these. You know what I'm saying? I'm about like working in the office with the bosses. You know, yeah, East LA. It was dangerous as hell. Like waiting for the bus to get back to my side. People was getting killed at them bus stops. So I would have to like stand like by the corner, and I'm looking both ways, so I can like run this way if they come from this way. But you can't outrun these bullets. You know what I'm saying? But still in your mind, you think like, but I know like the time that the bus come to, so like I kind of got it down to where like they's gonna come in the next 5 minutes, but I gotta survive these 5 minutes. It's like some Left 4 Dead, Resident Evil shit. Beat this countdown and you can survive. And you see that bus be like this small. Like, man, wish this motherfucker hurry up. You standing like this, you know what I'm saying? Like this, Hold up, yeah. You know, that shit crazy, man. Blacks automatically get killed. They can get killed. As far as like just for being over there, because I'm set tripping is what it is. So it's like they're excused to take my life because I shouldn't have been over there in the first place. You know, and it ain't really like flooded with like gang members and dangerous people like all the time, like everywhere. But it's just like that 1 out of 1,000 that you really, really got to worry about. Because you'll come across that 1 out of 1,000 real quick in LA. It's a fucking people everywhere. Or maybe it's not even that. Like maybe the 1 out of 100. 1 out of 100. They got a gun and they're willing to like risk it all to take what you got, and they're prepared to take your life too. And some of them will take your life for free. A documentary called "From LA Gang Member to Cartel Hitman." The story is Smiley. Man, it's crazy out here, man. It's crazy out here. Mm. Yeah. Only like, but if you look like a bum, you know what I'm saying, that might protect you in LA. Like if you homeless and you look dirty, like real dirty, you know. I mean, you don't shave and your clothes dirty, and especially if you ain't never drunk or high, they might leave you alone as long as you're not in East LA though. You can't be in East LA doing nothing. That's their side, the Mexicans. They don't be on your ass. But like in where you supposed to be at, he will leave you alone. Like, he will leave you alone. on YouTube. I've been hearing the story of Smiley, America's Most Wanted show back in the day. Smiley, huh? I'll check it out. There you go. I got a screenshot of it so I can check it out later. I'll put it on this TV. I don't be doing nothing but like having animals on it all day anyway. You know what I'm saying? Playing games on that one. But did we talk about any boxing? I mean, I didn't really title this boxing. Yeah, man. It's dangerous out here on these streets, man. What if you are a foreigner, like a African? Will they bother you? Hell yeah. The Africans can speak English too. They be dope. They be dope fiends too. They be like on drugs and drunk, alcoholics, trying to trick with the prostitutes. If you out here homeless, like on the streets with everybody else, you're a part of this. You know, you're a part of it. Like, I mean, they don't. Yeah, it's getting worse though, man. When I first went in 2014, it ain't as bad as it is now. Even like back like 2021, I had became homeless again. I think I had was just move, move back out there. Maybe even before that. It's just getting worse out there. There's a lot of bad people from around the country that just say like, I'm about to just run to LA. They done did something where they from, you know, and they trying to get away from it, and now they're roaming the streets of LA amongst us. Yeah, and definitely when it get dark though, you got to watch out. You don't want to be outside when it get dark in LA at all. You know, if you on Skid Row, there's anything could happen. Like somebody could run up on you, try to rob you. But like pretty much like, you know, other areas, long as it ain't like a you in some Mexican hood or something like that, you'll be good. Stay around the blacks. You know, if you black, you be alright. You a Mexican, stay with the Mexicans. But it's still like a knucklehead or two everywhere you go. You know, the older you look, the more they leave you alone. So like when I was there, like my goal was to look as old as possible. You know, and they might leave you alone. They might not mess with you. You know, they used to see me come home from work like every day. I didn't even look as old as I did now, but the Crips used to speak to me. You know, when I used to come home from work, they'd be standing in front of this shop that they had. And then I had stayed in the blood territory like a few years before that. And I remember this blood dude was the only one that had told me Happy Father's Day. You know, he was like Happy Father's Day, blood. That's the type of stuff you run across like in LA. You know, but we all knew because we was over there. I knew he was cool. Yeah. It's getting worse here. You know, I want to go get some damn catfish, man. Well, I have been smoking weed a little bit, so maybe I shouldn't. You know, maybe I shouldn't. But I just went and got 2 food boxes too. What if you Asian? Well, it depends if you homeless. I mean, like, not everybody get robbed. And it don't happen. People don't. It's not 100% guaranteed. But if you Asian, if you Asian on Skid Row or white or black, it don't matter. You gonna get the same treatment as everybody else. They might leave you alone, and they might mess with you. It just depends, like because there was this one dude, this Asian dude. Man, if I have my Google Photos on my phone, like I could show y'all because I had took a picture of him when I used to be homeless. Because I was really comparing myself to like Floyd Mayweather, and I seen him and I thought of Manny Pacquiao. Like this is right after I started my channel, like right after Floyd and Pacquiao had fought. So like I had took a picture with him to post it for y'all, and like like that month, like Floyd and Pacquiao. And then even he was homeless still like a couple years later, and I really started coming up, and I took another picture with him. Like he used to run like around out there like all the time. Ain't nobody bother him. He was homeless for like all them years. Dirty, face dirty, clothes dirty. He's friendly though. I don't even know if he was really on drugs. He just probably had some mental health shit going on. You know, just used to walk around all the time. But he might have been on something, but I never seen him on nothing. Nobody ever bothered him, robbed him, or beat him up. Nothing, not that I seen or heard. You know. But yeah, I used to like that picture, man. Yeah. I mean, I got a lot of memories though from being out there, but I'm too old now, man. Be running around out here trying to be adventurous and go over here like, yeah, I'm gonna just move to LA. I'll find a way to make it. You'll find your way to the trap. Yeah, you find your way to a dope man. That's what you're gonna find. Uh, damn man, it's so hot up in here. I'm trying my best to not buy this fan, bro. I don't want to put no air conditioner in here. Like, I don't want to put it in the window, and the central air would cost too much. I want to put it in the window because, like, I don't want people listening to what I'm saying on my phone. It ain't none of their business. But if they can hear me, then they gonna sit there and listen. And I be talking crazy to people like sometimes, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buy that, like a $80 remote control fan that feel like air conditioning. But yeah, it's hot. It was hot today, man. I really want to be outside, man, enjoying the sun, getting fresh air. But it ain't nothing. It's getting worse out here too. Somebody else just got shot last night, and the night before that, somebody got shot, and the night before that, somebody got shot and killed by the police. I think somebody got killed like 2 days in a row. Somebody still got shot last night. Yeah, these ninjas crashing out, man. Every time it get hot, a ninja get shot. That's what's going on out here on these streets. Like I said, man, like the police gotta feel like they come into a war zone, man. You know, every day somebody getting shot. Like us, we're not involved, so we can go away from the danger. We can go away from the trouble. Like if somebody's shooting, we can take off running in the other direction. You feel me? And definitely if there's any problems, we don't have to go to the problem. We can go away from the problem. They go to work and they have to go to damn pull up on scenes of like where somebody then got shot or it's a shooting where they might even have guns, but they haven't fired them yet. So that's even more dangerous because you don't know, like, which one of these people are carrying a firearm. Like, either one of them could be, you know. And until they do something and, you know, illegal or to catch your attention, you really can't be harassing them. So yeah, man, they gotta feel like they coming to a war zone. Coming to work, people getting shot in the city every day. That's why I'm in the house, man. I'd rather be outside, sitting next to the water. And I probably still could. Just like, it's best to just stay out the way. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, man. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here, man. I'll holler at y'all, man. Travis got it. Thank you for tuning. Travis got it. Boxing. Like, definitely subscribe. Oh yeah, hit the like button. Goal on this live is 10 likes. We almost made it to 10 likes. You know what I'm saying? Goal on this live is 10 likes, man. Travis got it.